Hello my dears and welcome to the next tutorial. We will do the highlighter today, and I chose this highlighter instead of the ball pen or the Copic marker because the highlighter is a combination of all of them, and because the form is a little bit more complicated than from the ball pen. And if you do this tutorial, I guess you will be able to do the ball pen and the Copic marker alone. I hope so that you can do this. Of course, it will help you, but now we will start with the highlighter. I create a new project. No, actually, I don't create I just set a project because I already have the tutorial bureau. And here, this is my project. So I set this project. And in the side view or the top view, now I take the top view, I import my image plane. And you see here in the source images folder, there is a thing called Textmarker. I provide this image already to you, so you will find it on the server. Open. So, and we will start with the body. And for that, we'll take a cube, of course. I just check the thickness and position here, give it a position in the middle. I take my vertices and scale it up here so I get the rough shape of this highlighter. That's the first step. And the second one is creating this round side form. It can't be done just with pressing 3 or something. For that, I'll show you a little trick. And you just select the 4 sides of the cube. And then we'll do a bevel. The width I can't decide here in this step. I will check that later, but I do 2 segments and then a bevel. You see, it's the width was too small, so I go here to my channel box. There I see my poly bevel one I just did, and here I can change the fraction. The fraction, I do this. Yeah, you see, it's not perfect. The form is okay so far, but I will take just 0.9. So when I go to the 3 mode, you see it's really ugly. So I have to rearrange my geometry a little bit. And for that, I delete these edges here. Then I go to face mode and I will extrude. I will just check if everything in my extrude options is fine. So I go here to edit mesh, face extrude, and open the options. Check if there is 1 at the divisions. Otherwise you will get such ugly double geometry. Okay, 1. Then I extrude, go to the scale mode and scale it down a little bit. Okay. See, it's getting better. And with the multicut tool, I will add here some divisions. And this will help the smoothing be here better. And I also do this on the back side. Delete these lines. Then go in an extrude just that I have here the same distance. I do a second extrude and also scale this down. And when you get a look at such highlighter, you will see that there is a hole on the back side. And this hole has a rectangular shape, so I just take some of the vertices and just scale it a little bit. And I do another extrude, just a little bit smaller. Then I do another extrude, push it inside, and I do another extrude, scale it also a little bit smaller. I do these doubled extrusions just to define the geometry better. You can insert edge loops, of course. This is also a way. And when I'm happy with it, I go into the multi-cut tool and give them a better geometry. Now I have, yes, I think that's not too bad here on the back. Okay. So, whoops. We should save our scene. Save scene as. I do highlighter 1. And yes, I saved it. 4. Continue. Okay. So, then we'll go on here with some more extrusions. But I will split up my geometry here in this part, because I want the blue part here be a separate geometry, the black one here, then the blue pan here is separate object, and also the cap, of course. And what I do, and what you should also do when you model the ball pan, I will show you a trick where you can extract geometry and separate geometry. But I guess I will show you this in a later part. Here at this step, I just move my vertices here to the front. Okay. And then I just go on extruding, and I take these faces and do extrusion here, the first step, then do another extrusion, go here to the scale mode, I scale it down and push it out, then I do another one, scale it down, push it out. So, but now at this step you can see that this some rectangular form is going on into, or it's floating. Geht über in eine runde Form. So we have to do a little bit more tricky stuff here to get a perfect round form here in the front, because it will be difficult to create a perfectly round shape out of this. So we'll do a combination. We'll create a cylinder form here, and then we will connect it with this part here. Okay, so I take a little cylinder, I rotate it 90 degrees, position it. Okay, and I have to check here the number of subdivisions. because for the connection I need to build a bridge afterwards, and you know a bridge has to have the same number of edges. And so we just check here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 12. So I also do a 12-sided. I'm not sure if this is good. No, let's give it a try. And here I put the vertices a little bit more backwards and scale it. And what I do is I want edge loop here right straight in the middle of the object. So insert edge loop, and here I check this use equal distance from the edge. No, multiple edge loops, because now when I type here 1, the one edge loop I do is perfectly in the middle, and I want it that way. So need one in the middle, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I also check here 14 on the cylinder. Now I delete all these faces, and I delete all the faces here in the middle. Okay, and now the bridge won't work. I hope you know the reason, because these are two different objects, and before I do a bridge I have to combine these two. Okay, combine, combine. And now I will give the bridge a try. I can't guarantee if this works, if the geometry is fitting the way I'd like to do, but I just try. So go to take here the edit mesh bridge. Okay, it happened what I thought will happen, that the form will not connect perfectly. It's kind of twisted, and so I have to do a little workaround, because I want this edge perfectly match with that one. So if there's a twisting in any bridge you create, you just take two of that, one here on this side and one on the other, then go to the bridge again. I open the options because I don't want here any subdivisions. Okay, and I bridge the one. Okay, and then I do all the others. Now Maya has some kind of guide, and so I select all the others. Okay, don't select these here in the middle. And when I now do the bridge again, yes, now it's perfectly bridged. You know, the form is here a little bit strange. That means I have to scale it up that it is more straight here. Just check on the top form. Okay, it's not too bad. Just push it out a little bit more. And I have to scale it up also. I have to scale up here a little bit. Okay, now press 3. Not too bad. I have to save. Continue. Okay, now we'll do a little bit of fine tuning here in the front. You see there's some kind of bevel also. Means take my vertices here, push them back. Take the faces here in the front, give it another extrude, scale it, push it out, check here. Okay. Then I now create the hole where the blue pen is going. Then inside means I do extrusion again and scale it, do an extrusion again, push it to the back and do another extrusion and scale it so that in this 3 mode it's looking fine. And what I also need here is some more edge looping because I need harder edges at, okay, I have to check here the equal distance, relative distance, so that I can do the edge loops where I want. Now it's getting sharper, and also here in this area I need sharper edges. So insert edge loop, I need an edge loop here and here and here and here. Yeah, it's getting better. And I also set an edge loop here on the part between. So insert edge loop exactly here. And now we will separate these 2 parts of geometry. Actually, it's not necessary, but I want to show you because I want you, when you do the ball pen, also to do separate objects for each part of the ball pen. So now I have just select all the faces here on the back side and go to Mesh, Separate. Oh, it was the wrong one, sorry. It was Extract. Mesh, Extract. And it won't work. Did I wrong? Mesh, Extract. Oh yes, okay, it worked. So maybe you also have to do 2 different tries. And when you see now, when you see it, I have here 2 different geometries. And what I'll do, I just push these 2, separate them. Then I go to the edge here and I do an extrusion. You can extrude edges, of course. And I do 2 extrudes, a little one, and scale it, and another one. So just that I get this kind of, how should I say it? Abkantung. Okay. And I also do this here on this side. Extrude, scale, extrude, scale. Just a little bit. And if you also want to get it even more sharp, I insert an edge loop here and also in this object here, because in the 3 mode it just looks better. And now I push these 2 geometries together again. It's a little bit closer. Okay, now I have this nice little step here. Okay, here in the back I also need some more edge loops because it looks a little bit ugly. And with these 2 edge loops, yep, it's better. And what I'm not happy with is here this kind of shape which is not that round. And I will just try my slide edge tool, just double click Okay, nothing special will happen, or just slide edge tool. And I just will do this with the inner parts, not the whole edge loop. Yeah, just here. Then go to the slide edge tool, and with the middle mouse button, oh, I should take this edge also. Slide edge tool. Yeah, that's better. So I push it outwards, and I also do this with that one. I just forgot to select slide edge. So that's a problem when I do insert edge loop too early. Slide edge. Okay, now it's getting better. And also do it here again. Mesh. Mesh tools. Slide edge. Other way. Okay. And now I get a nice round shape. So if this happens also to you, just check here if the form is better. And I will save the scene and now start with the pen here in the front.